Hello and welcome everybody. We have the patch notes for NAEU July 10th. Let's get right into it. The first Wukong changes are in, so the Tuxedo's Gourd, they've improved that the character rotation will follow the camera's direction up to a certain point before attacking. This is going to be on quite a few skills, so get used to me repeating that. And the HP recovery is going from 400 to 200 in the final state. But for that, Scorch is getting the HP recovery per hit buff up to 100 and 100 in Buddha state. Monkey See, Monkey Do, they've removed the camera rotation effect during the skill. They've also improved to allow smoother use of Mist Me while airborne during the skill. Upheaval, they changed so that the fall animation is not triggered below a certain height. However, the fall animation will still occur if the skill is used from very high locations. They've also changed to prevent collision with monsters immediately after moving or attacking during a skill. In It Ain't Over, they've increased the character rotation speed based on the camera direction of the skill, and they reduced the time allowed for the character rotation based on camera movement. Fighting Buddha, they've reduced the dot energy consumption while using a skill in the Fighting Buddha state from 3.4% to 2.5%. Ignite, they've improved the character movement to follow camera rotation again before movement during the skill. Hold It, they've also improved the character movement to follow camera rotation. They've also changed to prevent collision with monsters immediately after moving or attacking when using the skill during Flying Nimbus. Smash, also character movement to follow the camera rotation before movement, and again changed to prevent collision with monsters immediately after moving or attacking when using a skill during Flying Nimbus. Buddha's Finger, they've changed the command key from RMB while airborne to LMB while airborne. The cooldown is reduced from 7 to 5 seconds. Due to this, the skill add-on tier is going from tier 2 to tier 1, and they added a description for activation during the Monkey See, Monkey Do, and Flying Nimbus. On Buddha's Finger as well, they've changed the command key, again, RMB while airborne and to LMB while airborne, and they improved the controls when moving left while idle. General class changes on Deadeye, they fixed an issue where super armor would drop and collision would occur while airborne using the From Canary with Love skill. Wukong, they reduced the delay when switching from combat to non-combat stance while moving via tab. Wukong Power Pole Mastery, they fixed an issue where the skill would sometimes fail to activate when pressing L and B in certain situations. They fixed the problem with Wukong's facial expressions. They also fixed an issue where Wukong would move too far before stopping while moving left while idle. Wukong, another fix for the weapon, did not appear naturally after climbing terrain in combat stance. Also fixed an issue for the auto run, which could not be used in certain combat stances. Wukong Explode, they fixed an issue where the 15% attack speed reduction for 5 seconds was missing from the skill description. Again, a unnatural character appearance during certain animations was fixed. Also fixed an issue where frontal guard wouldn't stay active when moving diagonally with AD during backward movement. And they fixed an issue where forward guard wouldn't stay active when moving backwards from lateral movement. Fixing an issue with no visual effect being played on blocks while moving backwards. And they fixed an issue where down attack wasn't triggered when using Stretch Further or Impale Through in the Fighting Buddha state. Content-wise, they updated the energy system for the Black Spirit. So before, to get the energy burn for the XP, to obtain buffs in general, it used to be level 50 and above. It is now 35 and above, probably to allow level 49 life skillers to also partake in the buffs. Item-wise, we have the big awaited plus 3 AP for Sept Sovereign weapons. So we have the displayed AP for Sovereign Main and Awakening weapons at Oct, Nov, and Deck have also been increased by 3. So pretty much if you have a pen, you're 1 AP higher, at Hex you're 2 AP higher, and at Sept you're 3 AP higher. Same thing goes for Oct and above. They've also adjusted so you get an additional plus 3 AP when performing Sovereign Main and Awakening weapons with an inverted Garmoth Heart. So when the Adonia region is added, the Sovereign Main weapon with the Garmoth Heart will also gain the plus 50 accuracy, so that has not been released with this update, but the 3 AP is already available. They've also added a function to reform Sovereign Main weapons using the inverted Garmoth Heart. Only Sovereign Main weapons are eligible for this reform, other main weapons cannot be reformed. They've also improved the descriptions of the inverted Garmoth Heart, Heart of Kuranda, and Heart of Kuda, respectively. Then we have the big second thing. the inverted Garmoth Heart that we're getting for free, quote unquote. So first off, we have the free Garmoth Heart between July 10th and November 27th. If you have played over 200 hours, have the Knowledge Wuju, and are at level 61 or higher with any character, you will get the inverted Garmoth Heart in your challenge tab. After this, it will not be available. Also, they've increased the chance to get the Garmoth Bloodstones by 2.3 times when opening the Garmoth Roaring bundle for the weekly Crimson Dragon boss quest. Bundles obtained before the update will have their original drop rate. Also, when defeating Crimson Dragon Garmoth, the top 5 and 20 contributors can obtain Garmoth Bloodstones as loot as well. Here's just some general information on where to see your family's total playtime, the Wuju's gift information. Then we have Klau's Old Moon Seed Pouch. You can store up to 50 seeds in this pouch. To plant seeds stored on the pouch, move them to your inventory first and then use them in offense. The quest to obtain this can only be completed once per family, and the quest is done over the Black Spirit. So if you're farming skilled 1 or higher, accept the completed farming Klau's Old Moon Seed Bag pouch from the Black Spirit, complete the quest and you will get the bag. Monster Zone wise, we just have an adjustment for the Atoraxxion bosses. So the keys will no longer be obtainable from the chest, it will now be from defeating the boss itself. If you defeated an Elvia, you get the Elvia key. If you defeat it in non-Elvia, you get the non-Elvia key. Fairly straightforward. Quest-wise, they've changed the objective for New Adventurer Funds Challenge. They've also changed below. Changes below will apply to families logging in for the first time after July 10th, and families who logged in before this update can still claim support funds via the previous challenge. So reach level 61, play for 100 has been changed to play for 100 hours family playtime, and graduate from season by completing the quest below, the old Fugar's Aid. It is now complete the Igor Batali Adventures Volume 15 October 5 page. That is a bit weird, but... And they've changed it so that horses will no longer be auto-summoned after completing the Wukong Ascension quest in Shu'Laren Cave. They've also changed the location you arrived at after leaving Shu'Laren Cave upon completing the Wukong Ascension quest from Altanova to Elric Shrine. UI-wise, they've added the function to conveniently use energy from other family characters when doing when hiring workers now, and also Patricio's Secret Shop. Further, they've also improved so that currently online characters will be displayed at the top of the energy list. NPC Backgrounds and Sound, the Sea of Stars is back with the shimmering starlight now gracing the world of Black Desert. So we have the glowing plankton in the water edges again across the entire world, and also the aurora in the sky. Really great for some lovely nighttime screenshots. Web-wise, they fixed an issue where account deletion requests would not trigger a verification email if you change the website language afterwards. They've also improved the usability of search results in the forum. Translation, they've changed and unified the following in English. Valkyrie's awakening ideology at the tip of the Lancia has been changed to convictions at the tip of the Lancia. Modifications and changes are some visual changes for Ranger, music playback fixes, updates on the Archer Ascension quest description, Wizard, some appearances being awkward, same thing for Wukong. There is some gamepad fixes as well, where the region selection box would stay on the cancelled region during worker hiring, and they fixed an issue on the gamepad where you could select unexplored regions when hiring workers. Tamer, awkward visual glitches, similar thing for Valkyrie, Tamer again, Witch, Wizard, Dark Knight, Lawn, Nova as well, visual fixes. They've also fixed an issue where the beard's appearance was abnormal during the Sol Balonoso side quest. Also, some general fixes where sound effects or audio from NPCs, characters, or bosses wouldn't play in certain situations. And they fixed an issue where you couldn't hand over the Deck Tubala, Jade Pillar, or Gourd Bottle during the Black Star quest. And they fixed an issue that prevented you from completing the Season Even Sharper Weapons Kutum sub-weapon quest with Via Fugar, even if you had a Tuvala Gourd Bottle. And finally, they fixed an issue where adventurers' movements or outfits appeared awkward in certain situations. Let's go into the events. We have the Sea Foam, the Shells and Treasure Chest. This is pretty much the start of the Thermian Beach event. This will run July 10th to July 31st, so the end of the month. So first off, every 30 minutes and 60 minutes, you will get Sea Foam Shell Seals. You can also get the Thermian fishing spot is opening up, the Thermian silver shop, and also a new world boss that spawns 3 times a day. So first off, you get Seaform Shell Seals from the Black Spirit event quest. Then you talk to the Thermian manager to complete the quest, and then you help the manager with her requests one at a time. So you have one quest to pick up the event wavelet shell and hand over the shell to Pooby. You get a Thermian treasure chest, and then you talk to her again and get the Wave of Thermian jukebox, which plays some water sounds. After completing the quests above, you can accept 4 weekly quests. One of them is a Thermian giant jellyfish, hand over a repairing of a diving board, handing over 5 logs, and defeating the stoneback crab, Queen Stoneback Crab, and then talking to her. We're going to get to that in a second. Then we have the Silver Shop, which includes some items like the suspiciously steamed swellfish, fish scale and oyster gratin, Thermian Sunset, and Thermian Blue cocktails. There are weekly purchase limits which reset on Mondays, so do buy these if you want to. Do check out the full list at the location. Then the Thermian Beach fishing location is also back, which will catch at a very low chance the Thermian starfish for 500 million silver. That is a good chunk of change, but just general sales, so no trade increase. And then we have the Thermian shellfish and giant jellyfish for 10 and 30 mil respectively. Then we have the Queen Stoneback Crab, which will appear from July 10th to 24th. It will spawn to the right of Thermian Beach. The spawn times are pretty much located here. You can check your local times compared to these, and from that, you can see what's going on. To defeat the Stoneback Crab, you do need to talk to Booby and get a transformation scroll. You need to use the transformation scroll to turn yourself into a fierce pine bladder or solitary conch bladder, and then you can also join the Castle Crasher with the transformation scroll and capture points. After 15-minute battle, the race that held the most points will, for the longest time, wins. This is just more information on the Crashers event. On top of that, after you transformed, you can fight the Queen Stoneback Crab. She has one pattern. At 70%, she will summon extra Stoneback Crabs, and at 30%, she will deliver 3 powerful strikes down with a message, so we'll probably have to try to dodge that. The rewards are fairly standard. We have the Black Stones, Bronze Stones, Capra Stones, and then we have the RNG Thermian Treasure Chest, Cronstone boxes, gold bars, Advice of Alps, and the standard enhancer materials as well. You can also obtain some extra gold bars, 110 G, which is from the tiny Stoneback Crabs. There is also a small info that the Sea Palace event will start July 24th. This is probably going to be a return of Baby Vel. If you haven't gotten the titles will probably still work from that as well. And we have the full Seafoam Shell seal list here. Fairly standard rewards, just grab what you need. What I do think is nice is the Beach Aquarium and the Choose Your Coco or El Pento box. That is a nice little bonus. The Silver Shop list, here we have it. We have a Cooking Alchemy Time processing rate, Life Skill Mastery, Life Skill XP, Mount XP, Training XP, Weight Limit Gathering Item Drop Rate, Auto Fishing, and Chance to Catch Rare Fish, similar to the snowboarding event. Then we have the return of the Magical Verdure Drought, Celerity Drought, Elixir of Mastery, and Elixir of Labor, and the Thermian Sunset and Thermian Blue are life and combat buffs as we've come to get used to it. Here we can see the Thermian Beach Aquarium. That is definitely a nice little bonus for any mana. In the Thermian Treasure Chest, we can also see up to a 10,000 G gold bar, 1,000 Crownstones as highlighted, some smaller Crownstone bundles which are more likely, and an Advice of Alps of 120 as well. We also have Heidel Ball Afterparty, claim special Twitch drops. So beyond the usual 30-minute Black Desert drop seals, you're also going to get 1-hour rewards for enhancement help kits and Advice of Alps. And then if you watch 2 hours, Corrupt Oil of Immortality and Forest Fury. This counts for every streamer in the Black Desert category, so if you want to, you can swing by on my stream. It is super appreciated. Then we have Secret Whispers on Thermian Beach. Flotsam Collectors, interesting items. Secret Whispers on Thermian Beach that will run from July 10th to July 31st. So it seems to be that there's some sea-worn message bottles. Inside is an old node faded with age. So you bring it to Booby. Afterwards, there's a chest hidden in the rocks. And you will get a Wave Whisper map frame with some information. There is apparently something interesting about that. We'll have to hang it up and check it out. Then we have the daily rewards resetting, so July 11th to August 14th. Highlighted are the Dragon King's Hyangong Wine, Radiant Seals, and Dreaming Adventurers box. Otherwise, fairly standard login rewards throughout the month. Gold Shop update, which is the final end. We have the Here Comes a Tide, which is an RNG box, so not available in Belgium and Netherlands. We have a 1+1 for 470, a single one for 470, 10% off for a 20 pack, and 15% off for a 50 pack of this. This will set you back quite a bit, but if you want to gamble, there you go. Then we have the premium enhancement support packs, which are fairly standard. 50% off, 8,500 pearls for one premium outfit, a lot of artisan's memory, and some bonus advice of Alps, going from a 150 down to a 110. This is one time per family purchasable. Then we have the same thing, 45% off with 5,610 pearls for, again, premium, artisan memories, and a few lower advice of Alps. Then we have the Wukong outfits arriving. So we see the Wukong Tree and Camouflage being released, Desert Camouflage, Stygian Wraith, the Elderwood outfit set, Primavera, BD9, BD9 Plus, and the double outfit pack, which is 10% off where you can select 2 of these. Then we have a Choose Your Maid and Butlers pack, July 10th to 24th. You can select 6 or multiple of the same. You can get Fairy Irene, Risty Chiara, and same thing for the Central Market or Storage Butler Ethan. Then we have the Artisan Memory pack, 35% off for 200 Artisan Memories and Enhancement Kits. Same thing for the Artisan Memory pack 2. We've come to get used to this every week. Then we have the Thermian Festival B Marine or Outlaw pack, which includes the Etheria Marine, Marine Romance, Outlaws of Magoria, Tattoos, and Hot Pants versions. 30% off for 2 of these outfits for 3,080 pearls. It also includes a Pirate eye patch. And then you also have the Choose Your Beach icon box. 30% off for 3,080 pearls, which again, 2 outfits and a Pirate eye patch. This is actually the same thing twice. Oh no, this one includes the Shy outfit, the Conch Cherub, Shellbell, Eurorium, Mr. Muscles, Selene, Termine outfit. So different outfit selection. We do have 20% off the general Termine horse gear and wagon, and then finally 20% off all costumes. And with that, we have the update done. Let's go inside and let's make use of our new AP.